Are you overwhelmed by all the different photography advice around you? And are you confused as to what lens and what camera to buy? In this video, I'm going to go over the most important advice I can give you, and that is to simplify everything. Photography can be absolutely overwhelming with all the different gear, all the different settings, and all the different techniques out there. It doesn't have to be. And don't forget to stay for my bonus tip, where I'll show you how to get from this to this. In this video, I'm going to go over the most important advice I can ever give you, and that is to simplify everything. With all the different advice out there for gear, settings and techniques, it's really easy to be overwhelmed. My name is Karen and I'm a professional photographer living in Australia, and I make videos that give you tips and tricks to help you on your journey towards great landscape photography. When you get down to it and simplify everything, you actually strip away all the distractions and all the things that don't matter, and you focus on what really matters, and that is to get a great shot. First of all, start by stripping down the amount of gear you carry. All you need is one body and one lens. That's it. So reduce your bag of gear. This is what I started with when I unpacked my gear bag this morning. It's a little bit ridiculous. Best camera is the one that you already have. Focus on that, learn how to use it and get the basics down right. Make it simple, make it easy on yourself. So before you make it complicated and want to add on more gear, let's just break it down. Gear, as I said, all you need is one camera and one lens. And let's face it, they all do the same thing. It doesn't matter what brand you have. They're all a little black box. They take photos. So start with minimal equipment. You don't need the tripods, the filters, all the other gear that's out there that you're getting bombarded with to buy. Learn to focus on that. When you strip away all the gear, you actually strip away all the mental stress that goes with it. You bring it down to its simplest form. You learn to use that gear to its fullest capacity. And most of all, you learn that gear and that lens, that camera body backwards, and you really hone down your skills. When you can work that camera, focus, move all the dials without even taking your eye off the viewfinder, you know you're ready to move on to the next step. Avoid changing your camera settings. Choose a really basic setup that works with most situations. This will help you learn how different settings affect your work and without getting bogged down with all the technical info. Stick to aperture mode to begin with. Set your camera on that, set your ISO and let the camera determine the right speed to get that shot. And then we come to that dreaded word, techniques. Focus on the basic techniques before you move on to really more complicated techniques. Understanding the fundamentals will give you a strong foundation to build on before moving on to more complicated and technical forms of photography. One way to do this is to choose a favourite place and go back to that same place at different times of the day. You can start off with pre-dawn, morning, sunrise, whatever works for you. If you've got a job, fit it into your lifestyle. You will be amazed at what the different times of day, the different images that will give you, and also the different weather. And on a long term, different seasons have an amazingly different array of styles of photography. So how did I get from this pretty boring photo to one that's I think is a little bit more interesting? Both of these shots are shot on the same day. They're both at Milford Sound. And the only thing I did differently was to move backwards about 20 metres and move around a little bit and get down low with my wide angle lens, and I got a little bit of water in the foreground, and that's what made and added the interest. So it doesn't take a lot. Let me know in the comments below what you think and which one you like.